and love, family. It's your girl, Six the Goddess. And keep in mind, I'm a goddess and I'm sensitive about my shift. I'm letting you all know right now if you hear snoring or possible farting, it is my dog. I have a Frenchie. If you're familiar with Frenchies, you know the Frenchie struggle. Okay. I'm just letting you know right now, he refuses to leave the room. I feel bad. I'm going to let him sit here, but y'all may hear snoring and farts. I just apologize in advance. Okay. But if y'all accept me, you must accept my fur baby as well. Speaking of babies, we're going to break down in this video how the perfect example of why Black women continue to be in last place, and it is our own fault 100% because of things that we condone and that we do not have the bigger picture for how things are done. Black women create our own little world in which we think things are okay or they're not, and we tell everyone else to mind their business. We don't care about what you say. And it completely explains why we are continuously in last place in society. Because if you're wanting to compete in society, that would mean you need to care about what society thinks. That means, yes, there is rules, there is guidelines that have to be followed. And we're going to break down how Halle Bailey truly reveals that we just don't get it. So I'm hoping that this video will help some sisters out there understand the bigger picture to things and get out off your own front porch and look at the bigger picture. Okay. Now, before I get into that video, okay, ladies, listen, if you're tired of being mean and ugly, if you're tired of always being a victim, okay, if you're tired of everything happening to you as opposed to being reactive, you want to be proactive, okay, if you want to join a community of women who are all about their fitness, looking good, embracing our natural beauty, actually bettering and developing ourselves as Black women, come to Death Row Baby. I have a women's only Patreon. I will link it in the description. And I have exclusive content I do there on various different subjects. I get ready for my recorded and live content on there. I show all my tips and tricks as far as, makeup, hair, all of that. Do lots of get ready with me's. You could request topics. We have movie nights. We have get-togethers. So many friendships and relationships have been, formed there. It's just a very positive community. I don't feel as though there's anywhere else like it. So if you want to tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row. I also have a second Patreon that is for everyone. It's for the ladies, it's for the fellas, and it's a weekly live show where I talk about different, viral stories or react to different content. To kind of tap in with my viewers as well. And I will link that Patreon in the description box also. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Let me go ahead and do these disclaimers because y'all women, y'all are so predictable now that y'all all regurgitate the same tired talking points. And what I notice is Black women rarely have actual justifications to malbehavior. Okay. You can come with a very valid point on something, and the response will be, why is it your business? Is it hurting you? Why do you care? So let me go ahead and start with, yes, it is hurting us. Don't leave no comments talking about, why do y'all care about Halle Bailey? It's not affecting you, but it is. And I'm going to explain how it's affecting us. And that exact mentality there, that individualistic mentality of this is what I'm doing, but how does it affect you, has to go. That is the first step that we need to eradicate from our psyche as Black women. That whole, this is me, not you, so it doesn't affect you. It does affect your sister. That's the first thing. Uplift your fellow sister by understanding, yes, the actions that we take do represent each other. And when you know better, you do better, period. But a lot of y'all be knowing better, but still don't want to do better. And it bothers me and my homegirls. Now, there is such thing as representation. Black women speak all the time about how we're not protected. We're not protected. And what we don't understand is before others can protect you, you must protect yourself. Okay. Typically, people don't save people who put themselves into danger. All right. If I am, driving up a 18-wheeler down the road and someone decides to walk in front of the truck, no one is going to risk their life to save them. You decided to walk in front of a moving truck. I guess it's what you wanted to do. That's on you. So the first thing we have to understand as Black women is when we sit and continuously have bad things going on, being done by women within our same group, and we don't speak out against it, it shows compliance with it. It shows that you with it. If you notice, when it comes to the whole, let's just use a Disney princess aspect, because that's what we're talking about right now. You have never seen any other, real life movie Disney princesses end up as baby mamas, get pregnant outside of marriage. The only white girl who has influence over young white girls who remotely did the whole baby mama thing was Kylie Jenner. And if y'all remember, once Kylie got pregnant with a black child, a mixed black child outside of wedlock, Kylie Kits, Kylie Cosmetics, it plummeted. And Kylie had to pivot to the black crowd. And now she is over here clawing, trying to get back into the white crowd, okay? But that's the closest thing. You don't see Taylor Swift. You don't see the Selena Gomez. You don't even see the Hannah Montanas. You don't even see Miley Cyrus ratchet ass going out there becoming a baby mama. Why? Because white women respect the game, okay? They're not winning over us because of looks, genetics, fertility, oh Lord, or anything like that. They're winning because they respect the game, period. We do not. It's that simple, okay? So that's why when Halle got casted to be the Little Mermaid, that's why the white women were upset. And it's almost comical. They were upset because they were like, we do not want a black girl having Disney representation. Okay. And now you all can say what you want. You could say it's not celebrity's job to be a role model for your children. Only people who are either not parents, bad parents, or haven't been a parent for long actually believe that. I don't care how good of a parent you are. I don't care how much money you have. If you think that celebrities and outside influence will never affect your child, you are delusional. Okay. Now, when we start going on the element of Disney princesses, there is automatically a responsibility. Okay. I don't care what no one say. You can think that's not the case, but it is. The minute you start to represent a character that children look up to, especially young girls, like the Little Mermaid, you automatically have a responsibility to be a positive representation outside of that movie as well. White women understand this. I'm so embarrassed at the fact that you look at these Reddit threads where they're all like, we don't want no black bitch as the Little Mermaid. They're ghetto, they're hoodlums, they're this and that. And we fast forward, and it almost is satire that the one time they went ahead and casted a black girl as a Disney princess who was typically depicted as white, goes and gets married by a YouTube, goes and gets pregnant, by a YouTube rapper. It's almost a joke. It's almost a joke at this point. It's like, wow. At this point, honey, I will go march with the white women. Yes. Don't give no more black girls, no more Disney representation, okay? Because the ones that Keke Palmer, we let her be Cinderella. She went and got knocked up unmarried. Then we said, okay, let's go ahead and have Halle do it. She did the same thing. Okay, so at this point, just don't do it. This is why we don't have representation where it matters. It's not the white man. It's not nobody else no more. It's ourselves. And this is why we don't progress past the Black Women's Empowerment Brunch with a bunch of other black girls who also are in the same fantasy world you're in. And this is why we can't never get to those next levels. Okay, because if y'all think, I don't care how progressive people think it is, if y'all think that Halle's career is not headed to Tubi, you are delusional. This girl had the potential to actually get up there. Okay. And she decides to get pregnant by a YouTube rapper. Like, my brain cannot comprehend. If I was Halle's parents, I would just move to Tanzania and I would go live with the Maasai off the grid. I would just feel like a failure if I did the right thing, brought my children up in a two-parent household, money, career, and then one of my girls goes off and gets screwed on camera, bent over by niggas on camera, and then my other daughter gets pregnant by a YouTube rapper. But I heard they got 2 other kids. So maybe those other 2 cannot be a complete failure and embarrassment. Let me go ahead and also let y'all up on this outside of your own little world and how it works in the big people world with everyone else in society. The whole baby mama getting bent over on camera, rapper baby daddy is for poor women with no families. That's what that is for. Okay. Becoming a baby mama, getting booked on camera, becoming baby mamas to rappers is not for middle class to upper class families with a mom and a dad in the home with money, education. That's not what that's for. Okay. So it amazes me how you can have Black people who beat the odds to come from 2-parent households with, money in class and things of that nature and still go become baby mamas and get bent over. That right there shows you how representation affects people, where even girls who don't have to go that route end up going that route because it's normalized by people that look like them. Okay, but you don't see no other races doing that. All right. So, I think people are like, well, she's happy, she has money. Why do you care? That is the farthest thing than what it's about. Okay. So now, we speak all the time. The man is always a big bad wolf in every story we tell. Okay. Every story we tell, it was what the man did to you. The man is the bad guy every single time. All right. Yet we fail to take any kind of accountability to look at the place that we play, the part that we play in our own demise when it comes to relationships with men. Okay. You have a man like DDG who clearly hates her. Clearly. Okay. And we're going to go over how to tell if a man hates you. I'm going to tell you the first way that you can tell a man hates you is when he gets you pregnant unmarried. If y'all think for a second that men do not understand the stigma, the pain that comes with a woman having a child unmarried, you're crazy. They know. Because those same men will turn around and say, oh, I don't date single moms. Because they understand the stigma behind it. Okay, so we're not going to play that game like, what's wrong with it? Oh, they know exactly what's wrong with it. So when they do it to you, they're doing it to you to make you undesirable. That's the first sign a man hates you, is when he wants you to be undesirable in the eyes of everybody else. Okay. How to tell a man hates you? When he sees that you're the first Black girl to make it as a real Disney princess. And instead of saying, wow, I'm so proud of you and what you're doing, let me leave her alone. Okay. You can be boyfriend and girlfriend, hold hands and go to the movies and all that shit, but let her rock. This is bigger than just her. There are many Black girls. Let me tell you something. The glasses are going on. So y'all already know when the glasses go on, I mean business, right? Okay. Let me tell you something right now. Do y'all remember back in the day when Brandy played Cinderella in the real life version? And do you remember when Brandy ended up pregnant, unmarried? See, this is the difference between back in the day and now, when we've let go of the concept of shame that it should be there. Do y'all remember when Brandy had to lie and say that she was like married? Brandy had to lie. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Brandy had to lie and say that she was married when she got knocked up because she knew it would be an issue. Okay. That's back when people understood the game. When you have merchandise like this out, okay? Yes, you have a responsibility to the little girls that look up to you, and you have a responsibility to their parents who use their money to buy tickets to your raggedy movie and buy your doll for their kids. Okay? When there is a Barbie doll of you, yes, you have a responsibility of representation for the girls who look like you buying this doll. Yes, you do. When you have a Barbie doll of you that little girls will play with, you do not get to go out and bust it open for a YouTube rapper that you've been dating for all of 6 months barely, ain't put nan ring on your finger, ain't mentioned making you a wife, and you over here with your fins to the goddamn ceiling, locks to the pillow. You don't get to go do that, get knocked up, and then tell people, why are you worried about it? Bitch, this is why we're worried about it. What do you mean? Why y'all worried about it? It's just a joke at this point. This is why I don't let y'all come in my page saying, oh, the man is the bad guy. Oh, the white man is bad. Oh, bullshit. The bad guy is us to our damn self. And any woman that tell y'all slow, what are you doing? This ain't it. You sit there, you attack them. Oh, you a pick me. You're male identified, whatever. AKA, we cannot handle any accountability or any responsibility for ourselves. And we're over here trying to blame everyone else. Okay? We don't need nobody coming over here actually speaking on the part that we have to play to have some type of sense, discipline, and self-control to do better for ourselves. So instead of doing that, we'll just demonize any woman who remotely says, hey, you know, y'all ain't shit for this. Okay. We really should take some more responsibility in our own representation. But that ain't what y'all want to hear. If I bought that mermaid for my daughter, I would burn it. I would tell my daughter, be like, where's my doll? Oh, we lost it. Goodbye. It would be as though that movie never happened. My daughter would be like, I thought Little Mermaid. I had to cancel Disney Plus, sweetie. Disney Plus shut down. Okay. Little Mermaid ran away. I would be telling my daughter anything besides the embarrassment that the minute one of us gets representation in mainstream media to that degree and has the ability to impact young girls, she goes and gets pregnant by a rapper. So now we're going to go ahead and look at how do we know that DDG hates Halle? I mean, he took her shopping. I mean, he got her a Birkin bag. So, I mean, of course, if he got her a Birkin bag, clearly he likes her. Better say what the problem is. All right. Like I said, first sign a man hates you is when he sees your career is in a certain place. And instead of him saying, damn, I'm so proud of you, do your thing, this is major. You know, we can take our time. Ain't no rush. If I plan on actually being around, see, when he rushes to impregnate you, knowing what you got going on, that means he wants to conquer you, put you on his resume as quickly as possible. So he still got time to move along and do what he want to do. Okay. You were dating this girl less than 6 months and knocked her up. So you're not at the place where you're ready to get married, but you're at the place where you have no problem raw dogging, shooting up the club. Do y'all finally see how this is a mental illness? And there's many women that do this, even beside Halle, grown women, been sleeping with that man for years. Raw, a baby pop up any day. He cool with that. But all of a sudden, when it's time to talk about marriage and real commitment, it's, oh, I don't know. It ain't been long enough. I mean, we only been fucking for 5 years. We only been fucking for 10 years. I mean, it's really not enough time. I know it's just not, I'm not ready yet. We need to work on us first. Okay. So for him to not say, hey, you are over here with this big contract for Disney. Your career is on the up and up. We can wait. Let's just enjoy each other. Let's just have fun. We can wait. We can wait till we're ready to get married and we can have kids later on. Okay. But when a man knows, okay, this direction she's headed in, and I want to hinder that, that is the clear indicator. Yes, ma'am, this man hates you 100%. So I found a clip from this YouTube video, and this is going to showcase some of the antics of DVD. Let me play this.
And she was getting up from the chair. That confirmed it all for me. And then this fan said, lol, we knew for sure Halle had the baby when she had that little Christmas onesie post-birth rattle. Congrats to them. Even then, Halle didn't post about the baby until a week into the new year. It seems reasonable to conclude that Halle didn't want to share her precious moments with the whole world, at least not just yet. And you can't even blame her because we all know how ugly the internet can get when celebrities post their babies. However, it doesn't seem like Halle and DDG are on the same page when it comes to protecting their baby from the media, because DDG has been posting. He started with a little April Fool's joke where he shared an ultrasound picture.
Okay, so this is also a part of the problem. You have DVD who, you know, YouTube content creators like him, CJ So Cool, they always get pushed to the top of the YouTube algorithm because they have meaningless content that is just pure debauchery, period. Okay. Any black content creators that have any type of thought provocation, any type of substance in their content have to fight for their life to make it on YouTube. Oh, but if you get on here with pure coonery, clownery, pure buffoonery that does not benefit your people whatsoever, they push it at the top of the algorithm, of course. So you have someone like DVD where he makes his living off of exploiting his personal life, his business. He makes his living off of clout. Now, one of y'all watching this can tell me when you've been to a DVD concert. Have any of y'all bought a DVD album? Okay. I ain't never rolled down the road and heard someone and be like, oh, you bumping that new DVD? Never. Okay. He gets money off of the views through clout. Okay. It's like, here's the clout. Oh, by the way, here my mixtape. Go stream that. That's how they do it. All right. So on top of him not saying, and this is not for me to say that, oh, you know, Halle holds no responsibility here. But if I said it once, I said it again. Nobody is more in love than a young woman with no ring on her finger. The younger she is and the more naked her ring finger is, the more in love she is. Okay. I'm not sure if DVD is her first. If she lost her virginity him, I don't know. But these girls be so young and they find a guy that come over here and D them down correctly and they just lose brain cells. Okay. And a man will always have, and that's why men tend to say, oh, we want women with lower body counts. We want women younger because I understand I have more of the ability to influence her. So it's no coincidence that he played games with girls like Halle like this, as opposed to his ex, Ruby Rose, who been around the block. Okay. So I'm not saying in this conversation that, oh, Halle holds no responsibility here. But what I am saying is this is the perfect example of why a man tends to want a girl like Halle, because I have the power to manipulate her in whichever way I see fit. And a man, if he knows what he's doing, can make this woman be whatever he wants her to be. Okay. In my heart, do I feel like there is something wrong with Halle? Absolutely. But I do know, had Halle got with a man who was actually worth a damn and was an actual man, I think that he would have been able to lead her to say, we're going to wait to have a baby. We're going to wait to do this until we're ready to get married and do things the right way. Baby, you working with Disney now. The sky is the limit for you. I don't want to ruin that for you. You have an image to maintain. Instead, he gets her pregnant, and then the whole pregnancy was calling the paparazzi to accidentally spot them walking down the street with her belly clearly showing. Okay, posting the ultrasound, talking about April Fools. Okay, every chance he got, he made sure that she was getting caught slipping in the back of his live streams so that his engagement can go up. Was that Halle Bailey just passed by waddling clearly in her third trimester of pregnancy? So we get you pregnant, knowing where you are. And then the whole pregnancy, when you're saying, I want to hide this, you know, it's so, to be a woman and have to hide your pregnancy and embarrassment is just sad to me. You know, if Halle was healthily married and secure, she easily could announce her pregnancy. I'm not saying she have to show her maternity shoot or stuff like that, but honey, if Beyonce can announce her pregnancies, honey, you can. The difference is Beyonce can announce her pregnancy without shame because with her husband. Okay. When you just dropped the Little Mermaid, now you're popping up pregnant by a YouTube rapper. You're ashamed. So it's amazing the gaslighting. Everyone's saying, what's wrong with it? Honey, even she knows something's wrong with it. That whole, oh, I wanted to hide it because I didn't want to deal with, oh, please, but you're showing it off now. No, you're embarrassed because deep down inside, what come out your mouth is not always what's going on in your head. Deep down inside, you know, baby, this is shameful. You didn't have to take this route. You just chose to ruin yourself for some reason. And if you think, girl, let me tell you, the main time that a woman is at risk for infidelity in her relationship is pregnancy and postpartum. Okay. So Halle, this man already been cheating the whole entire time. Now that your coochie and your uterus is wide open and healing, if you think DVD finna sit at home with you for over 2 months till that coochie heal, girl, please. Child, that man, he was already over there crying and begging Ruby Rose to give him some coochie a few months ago. Okay? And that's just Ruby Rose. Imagine the other women that he pursuing, because that's all it means when a man has not married you with a wedding date. All it means is I don't want to upset the other women I'm seeing and sleeping with. I can't marry you yet because they're gonna find out and I'm not ready to lose them yet. That's what it means. It means you are right, but I might be able to find someone a little bit better than you. So therefore, let's just continue being boyfriend and girlfriend. That's all it means. Boyfriend and girlfriend is a scam. There's no such thing as that. Okay. So when a man is not marrying you, basically that means for a man to marry you, that means he got to not play about you. The man that marry you got to be willing to hurt anybody's feelings for you. No one else's feelings should matter but his wife feelings. Okay. So when you see men like DVD who will do everything but marry you, it's because it's the other women he's seeing. He don't want to hurt them. He don't know how to explain to them how he's been seeing you and them the whole time. And now he just went and married you. He can't do that. Okay. So now this man makes his living off of clout and exploiting his life. So it's no coincidence that even though she wanted to keep this private because she's ashamed, it's no coincidence that he on his own decided to do all kind of little facetious stuff to announce the pregnancy. Okay. He like this. Why would you do this? Can't wait to be your dad. Whole time that was the actual ultrasound. I would not even trust being in a relationship with someone who makes their living off of clout and exploiting their real life. Let's continue.
Captioned, "Can't wait to be your dad." Well, now we know he wasn't actually fooling around. He just couldn't resist the attention and speculation that post would get. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a man being excited about his woman being pregnant with their child, but it comes off as weird when the woman is the Halle Bailey and she wants to keep things under wraps. Hours before DDG and Halle officially announced their baby, DDG dropped a video for his newest song, Daryl Freestyle, which shows him cradling a baby that's presumably Halo. If it was,
that baby don't barely made it out the womb, and DVD was like, "Give me the baby. I'm doing a music video." The baby don't barely made it out the coochie, and here go DVD. Quick, give me the baby. Give me the baby. Come on. I'm about to do a video. Yeah, let's go ahead and recite the words. Okay, let's go off of some actual words of DVD. Okay. Sometimes I feel so defeated. Broken hearts repeated. Oh, said I love you. Did you mean it? Why don't I believe it? Let me tell y'all something right now. Okay. Number one, and I know y'all hate this word, but y'all hate this word because if you look at the actual studies, the spectrum of Black men with this disorder is very high. It's these things we need to address in our community. Okay. Now, when we speak on the word everyone hates, but it need to be used, narcissism, a lot of people don't understand what narcissism really is. They just don't. Okay. This is how you can tell. All right. The number one issue in a narcissist is they are people who make everything negative or that happens to them or said to them, everything said or done to them is because they're not good enough in their eyes. That's the way their brain works. Everything you say to them, you could say, "Hey, we got to be there in like less than 5 minutes. So, let's go ahead and what do you say? I can't drive fast. What do you say? I'm not going to get us there fast enough." You get what I'm saying? With narcissism in men, especially in Black men, it's a translation where everything in their mind is criticism towards them. They are people that self-loathe so much to where they don't think anyone can love them. Normally, this is caused by some type of traumatic event that happens to them prior to the age of 12. Okay. And the reason why I believe it's prevalent, especially in Black men, is because young Black boys' emotions are disregarded and never validated more than anyone else. Okay. Black boys are experienced. So many Black men have stories of people passing away in front of them, getting powed in front of them as children, and no one stopped to get them therapy. No one talks to them about the issues that happen. I don't seen men, their parents get pow right in front of them. No one even took them to a therapist. So their brain develops a system to kind of protect itself, which means that, okay, my mama passed away because I wasn't good enough. She wanted to leave me. Everything in their mind, it happened to them because they wasn't good enough. They don't have any type of caveat in their thought process behind why things happen to them. So number one red flag is a man who doesn't believe you love him for real. These are the small red flags y'all need to understand. Okay. When a man's like, oh, you say you love me, but I don't really believe it, run as fast as you possibly can. That's a man who will always cheat. He will always have one foot out the door. He will always be insecure. He will always try to bring you down because in his mind, he is not lovable. All right. I'm just telling you the game that nobody else is going to go ahead and tell you. These are the small signs that you can tell. So here is the first verse in DVD song. I'm trying to figure out what we gonna do. How we gonna get to the top? Filming a movie, now you kissing dudes. You know I love you a lot. I don't give a F if that ish for promo. I don't want to see this ish no more. Why is y'all holding hands in the photo? You know I'm insecure. That's a no-no. Want to leave you, but I'm too attached. Take you shopping. I'm thumbing through racks. All these niggas in your DM. So do you see what I'm saying? They take everything personal. Okay. And in his mind, it's not, this is Halle Bailey. She is a little mermaid. Yes, she's going to do promo. Of course, guys are going to want to talk to her. That's not the way his brain works. You see how everything goes back to him? Oh, you over here kissing dudes. That's the way narcissist brain work. Their brain their brain has no caveat. It's a movie she did. Okay. She's an actress. In their mind, you know I'm insecure. Why would you kiss that dude? You know that dude that me. Now, a few years from now, we'll have to see Haley on TikToks making TikToks about how men are trash. Yeah, it's not that. It's that you don't know the obvious signs. You don't know the obvious signs. You don't know the small signs. Okay, come on now. That's why I say, it's about being proactive with yourself as a woman. So many women think their real power is sleeping around with whoever they want. That is the opposite of your power. Okay. Your power is not putting your well-being in everyone's hands but your own. So many women, you just sit there and complain about what happened to you. And that is just pure victimhood. And you don't take the time. Some of y'all go through the same problems with a man over and over again. Why? Because you expect the man to be the one to want better for you than you want for yourself. You don't educate yourself on how to find a healthy spouse, how to find a healthy man. You controlling and you masculine. So all you care about is who give you some good D, a good lay, and which man gonna make you feel as though you won over another woman. And you sit and you let these men jump up and down on top of you that do not want good for you, thinking that this man is on his own going to dismiss some free coochie that he's able to indulge in. You letting him hit raw and shoot up the club, yet you think that he should be the one to tell you, you deserve better.
Make it Halo's first appearance on screen. The song also featured the name Halo in the lyrics. Silver Spoon Kid, I know Halo don't want for nothing. With DDG acting so obvious, sources close to Halle say she had no choice but to reveal her baby to the world. Since then, DDG has opened an Instagram page for Halo. The account's profile says it's managed by DDG, but does not mention Halle at all, which led.
So, this nigga, I'm sorry. I don't want to laugh because it's a serious conversation, but it's like once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Like, it just makes me so sad to see how women just sign a check for their own demise. You just sign a check for putting a price on your own heads. It's just absolutely outstanding to me. So the baby barely out the womb. This Negro, the first thing he did was went and made a baby Instagram account. That nigga was like, see, what y'all don't understand is, and I think this part is hard for women to accept because pregnancy is so hard on our bodies. Childbirth is like the most near death experience, that we have as women. I think it's hard for us to put yourself in the man's shoes, in the man's viewpoint. And I think that a lot of sisters don't understand that a man literally will impregnate you simply as a form of, look what my dick did. Wow. Huh. Hey, I conquered Halle Bailey. Okay. I made Halle Bailey risk her life and die for me to give me a seed. I ain't marry her at all. I ain't do the right thing whatsoever. I think because pregnancy and childbirth is so sacred in the woman's body, that I think that you underestimate the way it translates to a man brain that's not your husband. It simply is a tool for, look what my dick did. Ooh, look what came out my balls. Wow, I made Halle Bailey give me a baby. It's all about his resume because he's that dude now. I'm a YouTube rapper that knocked up Halle Bailey. I am that dude. And that's why he'll do that, but not marry you because there's no intention to actually stick around. She upped his resume. She upped his value, okay? She set him up for life. Now, any woman he date, it'll be like, I knocked up the Little Mermaid and didn't marry her. You think I'm marrying you? Do you know how many women are going to want to sleep with DVD because I want to sleep with the Little Mermaid's baby daddy? Do you understand that's the way things work? So I think some women really think, well, he gave her a baby and he's there. I wish we would get past that point to where you think that just because a man is physically there and because he shot up your club, that means he love you or care about you. I wish that we would stop allowing these breadcrumbs and we would stop entertaining commitment outside of anything that's not marriage as commitment. I really wish. I wish that we would not be at this rock bottom place where all a man has to do is be halfway present somewhere. And we immediately interpret that as, we're together. And what is this? Some verbal agreement? Like, you're my girlfriend. Good luck with that. And he can say that and marry another woman tomorrow. And she could come in and be entitled to everything you got because she the wife. It just makes me sad to see what we're willing to settle for. This man, the first thing he did, made a baby Instagram account. Child, I can't.
Fans to believe that Halle did not want DDG to create the account. The account, which already has 49,000 followers, features one picture of baby Halo with a blurred face with a caption that reads, "Went all black Nike tech today for doctor checkups. Nothing too crazy." Then DDG commented, "Let them know, son, this drip getting wicked." Fans were in the comments asking, why post a baby at all if you won't show his face? One fan pointed out, what's the point in making an Instagram for a baby whose face y'all don't want to show? Another person said, so you didn't want to announce the pregnancy for the longest time, but immediately the baby pops out, he has an Instagram account? Yikes, so much for attention. DDG also hopped on his YouTube channel to share his and Halle's parenting journey so far.
Me and Halle had a baby together. I wouldn't have chose no other person in the world to have a child with. We learning.
I bet you wouldn't. You just knocked up the goddamn Little Mermaid. I bet you wouldn't. This is what I mean by I hate that we accept breadcrumbs. Okay. I find that, this is why when you're a woman and your ego with men, you are destined to make bad decisions. Okay. Because all the man got to do is stroke your ego and he's in there. All right. Why would you care about a man sitting and telling you, oh man, baby, there ain't nobody else I'd rather have a baby with? Who cares? Make her your wife. Nobody cares about that. But see, when women are in their ego, you see how he talks? Oh, I wouldn't want to have a baby with nobody else but you. That's his way of stroking her ego. You're way better than the other girls. And that's what keeps her around. That's what let me give him a baby. I'll give him a baby because the other girl didn't get a baby for him, but so I'll give him a baby. That way I win. And that's what she's accepted. And, when we say, Why does this affect us? Why do y'all care? Because this move was a huge move in our representation as Black women. It just was, especially to have that level of accessibility to Black girls, young Black girls. That is a responsibility that should not be taken lightly. Okay. If you don't want the responsibility of having a representation, you should have just said, I don't want no Disney princess roles. I don't want the responsibility that comes with that. You know, back in my day, I sound so old saying that, but back in my day, there was no, Black women did not come to you and say, hey, I made this mistake. You don't do it. This is why you should not make the mistake. This is the possible outcomes of the mistakes. Nobody did that to us. No one did that for us. We couldn't just go on YouTube and type in women experiences. We couldn't do any of that, you know? And so it amazes me that so many Black women today will say, man, I wish I had certain information when I was younger. But in the same breath, say things like, my job is this. Why do y'all care when we have discourse about topics like this? Why don't you want the cycle to end? Why would you as a Black woman sit in your life and say, man, if I would have known certain things earlier, it would have helped me. And in that same breath, sit and say, well, I'm mind my business when you see clear flags on the play happening. Okay. Let's continue.
It's crazy. She's amazing. Like it's like, I don't know what it is, bro. It's like,
Again, there's nothing wrong with DDG being excited to share his child with the world. Still, it's clear Halle made a significant effort to keep him away from the media's evil eyes, only for DDG to be all over the place trying to put the baby in the spotlight.
Oh my God.
Sources are now saying that Chloe is reportedly angry at DDG's antics and is not happy that DDG forced Halle to reveal her baby. However, Chloe was excited to welcome her nephew to the world. She left a heartwarming comment under Halle's baby reveal post that read, crying so hard right now. I'm the proudest sister on the planet.
Proudest sister on the planet. See, this is how it happens. Okay. And I say all the time, when a man is hurting and confused about himself, he hurts other people. That's when we have the serial killers and the mass shooters and the rapists. But when a woman is hurting and confused about herself, she self-sabotage. She hurt herself. This is why you'll see cutting more in women than in men. Women do this weird thing where the minute you're hurting, lost, confused, or anything of the sort, you just start to incredibly self-sabotage, which is why I don't believe in saving hoes. I don't. Okay. It's like when someone is drowning, they say don't try to save them because they panicking and drowning, they'll drown and take you down too. That is 100% how it is with these girls out here. If I see you imploding and self-sabotaging, girl, I'm going to stay away from you. You ain't about to grab me and drag me down with you. Okay. So it's amazing. Chloe, but of course Chloe would say that. Chloe over here getting bent over on camera. Of course she would say that. Chloe would say, crying so hard right now. I'm the proudest sister on the planet. Why? Because your sister got fucked. Okay. So when do we start being proud because somebody got fucked? That's wild to me. What are you proud about? You're proud because your sister ruined her career and now will be doomed to Tubi and Netflix at best. Is, you know, I don't understand this. This is the problem. So girls like Halle will make this horrible mistake. And then 5-10 years from now, we'll have to hear her crying about how no one around me said anything. I just didn't have the game. Like no one said anything. And they'll turn around later and have an underlying resentment for those around them because it'll be like, so none of y'all was going to warn me. None of y'all said anything. Y'all sat here talking about, oh, we're so proud. Proud of what? Well, I know 100 girls got their legs open. You proud of them too? What is there to be proud of? This is what I mean by we just are our own worst enemy. We put ourselves in this fantasy world about I deserve and I want to be happy, and then we just search for other women who will sit and coddle the delusion with us. Talking about she proud. Girl, just stop.
But if one person seems pressed about Halle and DDG having a baby, it's DDG's ex Ruby Rose. Ruby recently appeared on Logan Paul's podcast Impulsive, and when she was asked about why she started her OnlyFans,
So I don't care. Like I said, this is why guys like DVD will try to play games like this with girls like Halle as opposed to girls like Ruby Rose, because let me see. Because he wants the girl that he feels as though he can manipulate more. All right. So now, after all of the lying and gaslighting, after all of the hiding the pregnancy, Halle now wants our help. Okay. After all of that, Halle now wants our advice. Okay. So I'm going to show you all the posts she made asking about postpartum and all that stuff. It was so crazy to me how, her and DVD once again were on a live stream because his whole life was on a live stream, and she tried to get up from the table and didn't realize she was sore, sweetie. See, this is why you need real people in your life that actually care about you. And this is why I have an issue with the whole child star thing, because what ends up happening is the parent stops being a parent to them and starts being their employee. And that's an issue. And once your parent is on your payroll and now is your employee, I feel as though they kind of lose their ability to truly guide you and hold you accountable as a parent. So now, Halle, you ain't even have no one to tell you, yeah, by the way, okay, when you have a baby and your coochie tears from your belly button to your asshole, yeah, it's going to be 6 weeks where you'll barely be able to piss, shit, and sit down before you'll be all right. So you ain't have no one to come and put you on that game. So your silly ass got your ass on a live stream, thought you were going to just get up like this, and she did the postpartum get up where it's like, you like, ooh, woo, like that. But you have no guidance. You have nobody to tell you anything. So you over here on a live stream when you just pushed the baby out your ass. Oh my God. It just makes me so sad. Like just lost as I don't know what. So let me see if I can find the post where she gaslights us. So my thing is, honey, you lied. You hid the pregnancy. You hid it because you were pregnant by a YouTube rapper that cheated on you the whole time and don't even want you and hates you, okay, and has not married you. So you don't want to tell nobody. Then you have the baby and he's like, listen, baby, I got to make an Instagram for this baby. I need a baby for my music video. This is going to really put money in my bank account. I knocked up the Little Mermaid and I want to talk about it on my YouTube channel. That's all he care about. He care less. His stock just went up. Hers went down. So after all that, stop that. After all of that, she gonna get on here talking about mama had to pump. Any mommies who breastfeed and go to work while having to take pump breaks, any advice for me? I've been trying to remember to pump, but sometimes I just skip some sessions because it's hard to keep up. Girl, go to hell. Don't ask us nothing, boo. Don't ask us nothing. You know what the advice is? Why would you get pregnant by an internet rapper that has not married you the day that you find out that, oh my God, the Little Mermaid is dropping next summer and he decides to get you pregnant, talking about he's jealous because you got to interact with your coworker and talking about he ain't want to knock up a famous chick. Okay, that's the advice. The advice is, why on earth do not get pregnant in the brink of the highlight of your career as the first real Black Disney princess on an actual Disney real life remake. That's the advice. The advice is, don't risk your life ready to die for a man who ain't even risked his last name for you. The advice is, stop being a pick-me. The advice is, honor your parents that have worked hard to put you in a position just for you to end up like the rest of the Black broke baby mamas like everybody else. Okay, welcome to our world of us normal Black girls that grew up broke in single parent homes, and you had the same outcome we had. That's insane. Okay, that's the advice. The advice is, why would you do that? That's the advice I got for you. Okay, no, the advice is, we don't care. Okay, hire a lactician to help you. That's the advice. We could care less. Okay, this is insane. This is very telling right here. Her with the baby and this nigga with a Capri Sun. This makes my stomach hurt. Now, how come nobody in the comments calling her a PickMe? Okay, when you a Black woman who simply wants to work with the Black man, make things better and make it work, you a PickMe. You male identified, you a mammy. Well, what y'all call this? This nigga with a Capri Sun like a damn child. This is very telling.
My nose one more time. It's gonna be hell to pay. And you know why?
Hold on, let me start it over.
More person say something about my nose one more time. It's gonna be hell to pay. And you know why? Cause I am Black. I love my nose. What did you concerned about my nose for? Leave me the hell alone. More person say something about.
See, you over there rolling around with dogs and you get fleas. Okay. So now you with a clout chasing fool, lying, clout chasing, cheating fool. Now you over here lying. You see how that worked? And y'all saw when DVD posted that video of her cussing up a storm. This girl so fake. Honey, you should have left the mystique and the allure so your career could continue, because now you just totally revealed yourself as an ain't shit baby mama, okay? That had absolutely no reason to become this way and just lied the whole time. Now she over here showing, oh my God, y'all, look at my photo shoot. Like, I had to hide my belly. Like, shout out to the photographer for making this happen. She think it's so funny now. And you know what's the sad thing about it? She gonna have to keep this up, because now that your career is over and you are sentenced to Tubi, she ain't even gonna be on Netflix. She gonna be on Hulu. Okay? I shouldn't even say Netflix. Okay? You ain't even gonna make it to Netflix no more. Girl, Hulu and Tubi at best for you at this point. So now it's sad because, honey, you're going to have to exploit that pregnancy and that baby, because your career is over with, sweetie. I'm just letting you know right now. Okay. If I had a daughter, she wouldn't get Halle Bailey shit. She's not getting a Halle Bailey. She's not getting the movie. She ain't getting the Barbie doll, none of that. So now here she goes talking about, I never lied or even said anything about it, honey. Making a joke about my nose was the farthest I went. I'll never understand why you are mad. I protected my own peace. Wouldn't you do the same? And I'm going to share my pics now if I want to, because my son is here safely. If you don't want to see it, just keep scrolling, baby. See, that you don't get to do that. Okay? I could not believe that when Halle came out with her pregnancy, that she had such an arrogant approach. Like, well, I guess since y'all so pressed and y'all so obsessed, honey, you should have been coming through with a humble apology. I want to apologize. I know I'm the Little Mermaid. I know that come with expectations to represent Black girls in a certain way, and I dropped the ball, and I apologize for that. That's how it should have went. Instead, you had the nerve to act all arrogant, like, why are y'all so worried? Why? Have you seen your Barbie doll that people bought for their 4-year-olds? Oh, mommy, look, I follow Halle Bailey on Instagram. She's pregnant by DVD. Well, that must be fine. The white women would never. The Asian women would never. We ain't got no game. That's part of the problem. So, you know, now she's on here saying, oh, I never lied or said anything about it. I'll never understand why you're mad. I wanted to protect my peace, honey. Protecting your peace by becoming a baby mama to a cheating YouTube rapper? You ain't protect your own peace then. Okay? And you can stop with the whole, oh, I'm sharing my pics now because I want to. No, you're sharing the pics now because DVD want to. Period. He don't give a damn about your career. He don't give a damn about representation. He could care less about that. He could care less about the stigma that come with you becoming a baby mama as soon as The Little Mermaid was released, which is insane to me. Absolutely insane. And since there's no accountability, she's able to come forward and be arrogant, like, yeah, I was a Little Mermaid and then got knocked up by a rapper unmarried. So what? And y'all better still buy my Barbie doll. Y'all better still take your daughter to see my movie. Bullshit. Okay? You know, the lesson here is this. Black women, you got to stop complaining. Because my thing is this. If you don't want to have any accountability, if you don't want to respect representation, if you don't want to respect the term of when you know better, you need to do better, that's fine. You ain't got to respect it. But that also means that you cannot get on the internet every time you have a chance and complain about how you're not given this and you're not given that. You're not respected this way. You're not protected that way. That's all I ask. My hope is for sisters that get it, that want to get it, to get the bigger picture and want to do better in life. And this is why a great separation has to happen between Black women. The Black women who want to live in individual lifestyles and be individualistic have got to do just that, go off by themselves. And Black women who understand representation and a sense of community. Oh, that's my camera, that have a sense of community, have to go their own separate way as well. That's the only way that we'll get better and get through this. Y'all, please let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Please make sure you are subscribed to my channel, like the video, and I will see you all on the next one.